Hello folks, welcome back to the Urban Rider Studio, where I'm actually joined by a guest today. This is Josh. It's always nice when I've got a guest in the studio because one, we just get to chat and catch up really, and actually meet for the first time, but talking about cameras of all things, which we're quite interested in. Obviously motorcycles as well. So in case you've never met him before, this is Josh. He is the co-creator, is that correct? Of Wentworth. Yes. Of Wentworth. So Wentworth is a company we were introduced to not too long ago actually with the sling, the helmet sling originally. So it's essentially you can carry around your helmet whilst you're off the bike. It looks very stylish as well. It's actually proven very popular for us. So it's a really pleasant surprise.
Yeah, as a first motorcycle product to have designed, I knew I liked it.
Yeah.
But to put it out there and have people equally say they like it as well, and yeah, everything from the colours, all of that. I'm really pleased with the reaction to it, to be honest with you.
Good. Yeah. So we're here to talk about your new range. So we've got 3 accessories in total, all motorcycle accessories, motorcycle luggage, broadly speaking, and we'll go into some specifics on the details of these. So let's start, we'll actually go up in ascending order for price. So we'll start with the Shakedown, which is obviously the tool roller there. So it's £59. If you can help me out and grab it for me whilst we're explaining. Otherwise it's just going to be an embarrassment with my hand in shop.
Yeah, a little bit.
So this explains some of the sort of key details or some of the interesting facts about this.
Sure, so like everything in the Wentworth range, it's wax cotton. I really don't like scratchy plasticky materials, so it was really important that all of this stays away from that.
Yeah.
Opens like your normal helmet debuckle, so if you're used to taking your helmet off, you'll be able to open this.
Yep.
Pockets everywhere, elastic straps where you need them, and it really is enough storage space for everything you could need. It was really important that you have everything in there you need for a shakedown run if you just built your first bike.
Yeah, which is where the name comes from,
yeah,
right? Yeah,
because a shakedown run, anything and everything will go wrong, so you have your full toolkit. And again, because weather conditions, you can't control them, we've added these little bits on the side, so we call it the tray.
I really like this, the fact that it actually does fold up into a tray, because I'm sure we've all been there where you've taken off a couple of bolts and you're like, oh, where do I put that so I don't lose it?
Yeah.
I love the fact that that's, you can put it there and it's secure, it's not going to roll away. I like the corduroy as well. Explain, you were starting to tell me a very interesting fact about that and I said do it on camera, so go ahead.
It wasn't massively interesting, that corduroy was actually originally invented by the Egyptians. So we kind of consider it like the English heritage stuff, but it's like a lot of English heritage things stolen from other people.
Nice, so if it comes up in a quiz, you'll know that for the future, which is always good. So I like the fact that you've got loads of pouches across this. I can't see myself needing more than that. Like you say, in a disaster scenario where I just need some tools, I think it's got plenty of storage in there, which is always good. You can also attach it to your frame, because it's got loops in it, there we go, on this side.
Yeah, I think from the perspective of looking what was available, my own bikes, friends' bikes, it does everything that I would want it to do in a way that it's a nice product that will age well as well. So
yeah, what's really nice about these as well is, and it will become more apparent, these are things that you, as the creator of it, these are your babies. You've been out and actually field tested it, if you like. So you know when you've come back, you've tweaked certain things. These are how many generations along where you've improved the stuff that you've found on them. And I like that care and attention to detail. It really does actually come through. It is obvious that that's the case. More so, I would say, obviously this is limited in terms of what you can actually attach to it without making it too complex.
Sure.
Backpacks are quite complex. So what's the origins of the name on this one as well? Is there?
It's the bag to carry with you every day, and the everyday backpack didn't really sound special enough.
Right.
So it's your sidekick, it's the bag that's always with you. Whether you're commuting to work or going on a trip, it's 26 litres, so you're going to get plenty of stuff in there even for a weekend or just an evening ride, doesn't really matter. But it's an ideal size for a daily backpack, so the Sidekick, it'll never let you down.
That's definitely going in. I've got the power of the edit. So it's 26 litres, which I think for me is a comfortable kind of size. I find when it's any bigger than that, the temptation is to just pack that thing out and then you end up killing your back on a ride. It's got plenty of storage because we've shoved a load of stuff in this one. It's got 2 pockets on the inside so you can put a laptop and a tablet if you want, or whatever else you kind of want to put in there, as well as the bottle.
There's a bottle sleeve in there
as well. So you have little partitions so that everything isn't sort of freely moving around hitting into each other, which is always good. It has a nicely reinforced base, actually, I would say, as well, especially if you're putting stuff like laptops or electrical equipment in there as well that you want to keep safe. And then I mentioned it, which is why it's this way around, but the sling.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain a little bit more on that there?
Just like the wax cotton and the corduroy is part of the design language of the brand.
Yeah.
Things like the helmet strap, the buckle was the best bit of feedback we get on it. People love the quality of it. It doesn't come off too easily, but it's a nice sturdy feature. So having this on the right-hand shoulder strap, you can still carry your helmet on your side.
Yep.
It carries over. It's part of the design language. And we even use the same buckle, but in miniature on the front as well, so it really does tie in nicely.
Yeah, it's and also on the chest strap as well, right? So
yes,
that is a consistent thing, and you'll find that on the Switchback as well. And I just say, from my own standpoint, when I first saw this, that is probably one of the things that I like the most about it. I like something that just feels mechanically well built. It is quite satisfying to use. So yeah, all across this one with these buckles, and obviously moving around to the front, what we have here, so you can lift that up. I think it's called was it a clam design?
Clamshell.
Yeah. Clamshell, that's the one. So yeah, you fold that over the top, which is obviously also going to be good for weatherproofing.
Sure.
And on that, it is important to say, this is, I would say, heavily water resistant, because the outer fabric, and then you've got a cover which obviously you can carry with you however you find it sort of convenient. There's loads of pockets, you've got on the side there, you can shove it in the top, in the front pouch, top pouch, whatever, but you've got a cover that you can just put over the top when it gets really bad.
Sure.
You were explaining the waterproofing sort of elements of wax cotton to me just before.
I mean, I think it's fair to say most of us are fair weather cyclists, motorcyclists, so we prefer to ride in the good weather, but when you do get caught out, good thing about wax cotton is the rain does bead and run off.
Yeah.
It can wet out if you're in it for hours, but it shouldn't seep in, which is what the rain cover's for in case that's needed. And if you get like soaking wet gloves and things, then the side pocket is waterproof itself, so you can put actually wet items in there and they won't make everything inside wet. So,
that's good to know, yeah, because often if you have got wet gloves, you stick it in, then that starts to feed into, say, your other clothes that you've got in there or equipment and stuff. Something else I definitely appreciate and always mention on the backpacks, you've probably heard me say this a few times, is the colour of the liner. Makes it easier to see what's in there, so it's this grey liner on the inside, so it's not just a big black hole, as you said to me. So yeah, it's easier to differentiate and find your stuff as you need it. And then when it comes to the comfort against your back, you have this quite solid, I don't know what to call it really, padding on each side, right?
Airflow foam, we call it. Yeah. It's, it holds the shape of the bag, it's comfortably against your back, and whether you got it fully loaded or empty, the bag holds its shape, so it's comfortable.
Yeah, and going to be more breathable because it will allow the airflow through, right? And then definitely something that I hugely appreciate and haven't seen on a lot of other things are these little sewn-on loops here so that you can attach it to your bike.
Yeah, so 4 of them on there. And again, whether you're carrying something far too heavy or you're maybe going away for a weekend, you don't have to wear the backpack. Not everybody likes wearing them as they ride. I personally don't love riding with a backpack, so for me, I strap it to my bike and then take it off to wear it when I get where I'm going. So.
Good. And I've just realised I forgot to mention the price on this one as well. So it's £159, I believe, for this one.
It is, yeah.
So yeah, moving on then, we'll move on to our last thing, and something that probably most people haven't seen before. So this is the Switchback. Comes in at £179. Origins of the name on this one?
Switch is back from a tail bag to a backpack and back again, Switchback.
Which we will show you. So first and foremost, as a tail bag, as something you can attach to the bike. So you've got the buckles there again.
Yeah.
Now I can see myself using these, I would just leave them on the bike myself personally, like I do with my rock straps, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But obviously you can buckle it in specifically to this because it has the same male and female end.
It does. It mates to the 4 buckles on the either end of the bag, so you can literally attach it straight round the seat, round the frame, round the pannier, round whatever you like.
You will absolutely be able to find somewhere on the bike that you can strap that
100%.
to, 100%. And like I say, if you leave them on the bike and you find that you haven't got this with you, you've got something there that you can attach something to.
Really
exactly. It holds itself really solid, which I really like. Is there any sort of solid structure or hard structure?
There is, yeah. I mean, whether you're using a cable lock or a D-lock or whatever, if you're carrying something chunky or heavy, then it needs that rigidity. So we have built in the rigid frame there for the box at least.
Yes, which is good. Do you want to open it up for the guys and girls at home and show them the inside of it?
There we go.
I really like that gold liner.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's ripstop, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so nice tough material. Presumably you're going to be putting stuff in there like locks, like chains, stuff that you definitely don't want on yourself. And I think that's one of the things that isn't considered from a lot of people for me is I don't want to put motorcycle locks in my backpack where if I came off, they're attached to me and hitting me. Yeah. I'd rather have it all on the bike if it's going to be something big and heavy and cumbersome.
For sure.
So yeah, it's good for that sort of purpose. I also saw something mentioning, since we do like cameras, about you being able to fit a camera in there quite easily.
Big time. Yeah,
in terms of size.
Yes, 8 litres in there, so you can fit everything from full-size cameras to lenses and whatever else you need. So whatever it is you're carrying, even if it's just a bacon sandwich, doesn't matter, it will fit in there, right?
Huge sandwich. A foot long if you've got that in there, you've got your lunch in. Really easy.
Yeah, place to put your gloves and all that, it's great.
Exactly, yeah, no, I love that. And then you've got waterproof zips on this as well. Similar to the Sidekick, this will have a cover as well that you can put over the top.
Stretch over and it tucks underneath, and it will keep it completely dry if there is really heavy rain or if you're standstill traffic, whatever.
And then the party piece is that you can unfurl it. You can open this top compartment, which gives you another 20 litres of storage for your motorcycle helmet. As we've all got them, you'll have ridden somewhere. You will need to put it somewhere with you. On that point, actually, let me grab one.
Yeah.
Should have been more prepared, but it's just over here. So here's one that I prepared earlier. You can show everyone the liner, and our hand model is going to put it in there for me.
Yeah, so you get to where you're going, take your helmet off, pop it in the bottom there, close it up, and then that is then good to wear and take with you wherever you go.
And of course, you can store anything else you wanted to in there, but it just makes sense that you put your helmet with you. And that is something that I've never seen in any other luggage item that we've got for biking. This is new to me, and it's always nice to see new, exciting innovations in this kind of field.
Yeah, I think that word fits this. Whether you're out on your own or with friends, it's just a useful thing to be able to, if you need a backpack, you have a backpack. And if you only need a tail bag, then it does that as well. So I think the dual purpose element is, I'm really excited what people think about it, actually.
Yeah,
really
so on that point, actually, we always ask you guys to leave comments down below. We're always curious of your feedback, especially, I would say, when it comes to an item like this. I'm sure you'd be curious as well to hear what the people think at home. So let us know your thoughts and your questions in the comment section down below. Links to this can be found in the description, and we're just going to go and talk about cameras and bikes a little bit more.
I think so.
Enjoy the day. Thanks for watching. See you soon.
Bye.